All right, deadly flash floods in Texas, ravaging storms in the Northeast, sweltering heat waves, and all of this, the past month, has brought a disastrous onslaught of extreme weather impacting every aspect of our lives, even music. On Wednesday, the Steve Miller Band, an iconic rock star and band who has been performing since the 60s, canceled his band's long-awaited 31-concert North American tour. In an Instagram post, Miller shared that, I'm quoting now, the combination of extreme heat, unpredictable flooding, tornadoes, hurricanes, and massive forest fires make these risks for you, our audience, the band, the crew, unacceptable. You can blame it on the weather. The tour is canceled. CNN's chief climate correspondent Bill Weir is joining us right now. I mean, Bill, that is saying a lot, that weather is forcing the Steve Miller Band to end the tour before it even gets underway.
And you know what? He has taken a beating online from skeptics who say actually it was ticket sales that made this decision, and don't blame the weather on that. But this is a very real concern, especially in the outdoor festival industry.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
The big festival in Tennessee, for the second time in the last 4 years, was canceled because of flooding there. They haven't announced dates for next year. That's an ominous sign. A bunch of smaller festivals have canceled this summer. And the insurance rates, like you may not believe Steve Miller or may not believe in climate change, but insurance companies do. And the increased prices for promoters becoming prohibitive.
Okay, all those incredible points, and maybe that will silence some of the critics. I mean, you know, of course, people want to see their favorite artists, but if the artist is saying, I don't want to put your lives in jeopardy, then, you know, that's a pretty respectful thing. So some of the biggest names, you know, in music are using their platforms in a variety of ways, especially to take on climate change, right? I mean, you've made that discovery by talking to a lot of artists for your new episode of The Whole Story. How are they using their star power to help fight the climate crisis?
Well, it's fascinating, Fred. I went back, you know, it's sort of like the way a lyric or a lick will influence music through time. You go back to Woody Guthrie, Bob Dylan, artists who had a conscience and tried to give voice to the voiceless out there. Well, now the climate crisis is the biggest on the minds of many of these young music fans. So I talked to everybody from Bonnie Raitt to Jack Johnson on his farm in Hawaii, and Billie Eilish, one of the biggest pop stars in the world, who came from a home that cared about energy use and waste. And then she brought her values into a music industry and discovered it was so wasteful. Take a look.
Billie Eilish immediately set out to bend the industry around her values. Haters and big oil companies be damned.
Yeah, it was funny that video really went kind of viral in the kind of, oh my God, she's satanic world, which was really funny to me because I was like, no, you guys, this is a metaphor for climate change. I'm a bird falling into a thing of oil. Like, that's kind of the whole point. I have been trying to change the way that the industry has been running for a really long time. So for like food, backstage, all of my catering is vegan. Yeah, we have like refillable water stations. We don't sell like plastic water bottles, and I have like a no idling policy for all the trucks, you know, to save all those fossil fuels.
Yeah, and save your lungs
save
and
your lungs
of your
and
fans.
save all the things. Yeah, but yeah, it's
leading
really
by
amazing.
example, sort of.
As someone who attended the first Lollapaloozas and Coachellas and Bonnaroos, I can testify that the influence of Billie and others like her is catching on.
You can now get a concert t-shirt in exchange for filling a plastic bag with recyclables. I talked to one guy, said it took him 45 minutes because the place is too clean. We've reached a point where it is cool to refill your own water bottle.
This is the refillable water. Keeps you hydrated.
We didn't plan that at all. I have never met her.
There's a battery power stage at Lollapalooza this year, thanks to Billie Eilish making that demand. Coldplay is the other one of the greenest bands. They're making headlines for a different reason this week.
I was going to
But
say.
they got kinetic dance floors that turns crowd energy into electricity. So many other innovations that they're trying to just lead by example.
Well, Bill, that was just an example of you have friends everywhere.
There's a lot of friends of the earth. I just get to talk to them.
Oh, it's lovely. Well, we love what you're doing. And of course, this is a beautiful, eye-opening hour that we look forward to as well. Bill Weir, thanks so much. The whole story with Anderson Cooper tomorrow night at 8, only on CNN.